We're not doing this one, unfortunately. If you can turn it off for me, thanks. All right, so these are the kids of DVC 2008. They did an awesome job, and we're so proud of the decisions that they made and the impact that they've had and are going to have on others. So maybe just one more time, you guys can give it up for all the kids and for all the helpers and those who made this possible. All right, now, just to give a little bit of direction before Pastor Harold comes up, you guys can, maybe Lacey and the leaders, you guys can start taking them over back to their seats there. Well, this morning we're going to be ending service early, and it's 10 minutes to 12 now, so by 12 o'clock we're probably going to be done, but there's a reason for this. Again, we just want to celebrate with these kids the decisions that they made, the fun that they had, and so at this point I'd just like to thank, first of all, my Aunt Michelle for doing a lot of the legwork in the next part that I'm going to announce. Oh, did you have... Okay, she'll come, I guess. Okay, she's...
Yes, I'm his aunt, but I look the same age, don't I? Now, Michael and Lacey, let me say they've done a really great job. Really, they need a round of applause because, for a lot of years, I worked at Circle Square Ranch, and I worked there as a teenager, and then as I got older in my 20s, I went on full-time staff. I was the program director for 1 year. I did follow-up, and we worked with kids every week, and I know what it's like to work with kids, but we had a lot more staff than they did. And so they've done a fabulous job for the amount of people that they had helping. And one thing this week that's come about is when Michael was getting the food for today, we realized we have a small budget in each area here. So I said, Mike, let me go try to get some things donated. So I went out for 2 hours, and while I was out, I was able to get all the water, all the pop. I just went out to places with a formal letter saying, we're reaching out to the kids in this community, and I started to get things donated. And then when I came back, I didn't know I was going to step into this at all, but it is my heart to help people, and I know it's many of your heart to help people. Do you know if you're hurting, if you reach out and help someone, it helps you? And if you have a little spark, it can ignite into a big fire. This here could ignite into a big fire in our church. It really can, because it's exciting, isn't it? It's new life breathed in. So what we've done is we've written up a letter, and there's 40 acres here, and it's sitting, and it's rented to a sod farm right now, a lot of it. But it doesn't have to be forever. What can happen is it can be developed into a place, this community of Breslau and Kitchener and Waterloo and Guelph can say, hey, there's an area there, we can bring our kids, it's safe, it's fun. So the first thing we've done is, my husband is a landscape contractor, so I kind of have an in. He's got tractors, and he dug out around, he's digging out around the volleyball court. Maybe you saw it's not finished. We got a big downpour yesterday and couldn't finish it. And what I'm looking is I need 2 loads of sand to be donated. So if you know anybody that has that connection, you come to me after church, but otherwise I'm going to be going out to contractors and asking them to donate it. I'm going to just give you a few things. We're looking for volleyball nets, hockey nets, anything that's sports orientated, BMX bikes, and just happens that I happen to be friends with a guy who's, I think, one of the top shareholders in Canadian Tire. And I phoned him this week, and he says, you know what's really weird is I'm in Kitchener Waterloo next week. I've been there for 6 weeks, and he's coming this week over to the house to have barbecue with us and my mom and dad. And he said, I'm going to do everything I can to help get things donated. It's exciting to me. Because, there is a place of responsibility as adults that we give above our tithes and offering. There is that place. But there's also, you don't get because you don't ask. And we need to go out into the community and present it the way that we should, that we need to reach out to the community, quit sitting on ourselves and saying, woe is me, reach out, and then it'll come back, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Are you in agreement with me over that? Then I ask one thing. I ask that you would pray for favor on me as representing Breslau All Nations to go out. I want that, you know what I want is that playground from Sam's. I want it donated over here for the kids because we need quality. So that's all I'm saying. Michael and Lacey have done a great job and they really need to be appreciated and congratulated.
One thing that I will say for sure that I've relearned this week is that in our weakness, He's made strong. Because there were so many times this week that I was weak and I was ready to, throw in the towel. But in our weakness, that's when He, steps in and does something awesome. So, kind of like she was saying, yeah, we've got a great big barbecue out here. We had so much of this stuff donated: the pop, the buns, the cookies, a whole bunch of stuff out there. And so in just a moment, we're going to invite you guys afterwards to come on out with us and the kids, celebrate tons of hot dogs, tons of hamburgers, all sorts of stuff to drink, and just have a fun time, get to know some of these kids maybe, say hello, and we're just going to have a time of fellowship. But right now, I'd just like to invite Pastor Harold to come back, and we did. We would also like to congratulate Tyreek and Lily. They were the winners. We had two really cool MP3 players that we gave away, and every day the kids, when they would bring a friend, they would get to enter their name into a draw for these in the morning while we were